Hey y'all, we're back for day 4 of 5 days of presence. And today we are working with the energy of releasing and letting go. So yesterday was about receiving, and today is about letting go. So this is the other half of the exchange. You can see it as also as giving, but it's a letting go. It's a release. So this is our whole week, right? We arrived on Monday. On Tuesday, we focused on noticing, right? Wednesday was about receiving, practicing gratitude. Today is the releasing, the letting go. And remember, we started this as a bridge into this season of late summer. So if there are things that we are trying to finish growing this year, it's not too late. It's not too late. We've been doing it all year. So we can use these last several weeks of late summer to see those projects to fruition. Sometimes, though, we need to let go. It's also the time of year where we recognize, like, okay, that's probably not going to happen quite the way I anticipated it. I'm going to put that down for a little bit. Or maybe I had this idea of a change that I wanted to try to affect in my life, and it's going a little differently than I anticipated. So I maybe need to let go of this piece of that because that piece doesn't really fit with where it ended up. This is a time to evaluate, to see what we want to bring in to the fall, what we want to work toward in our full harvest later in autumn, right? This is the first harvest. So this is where we first start to take notice of where we're at and what's happening with whatever change it is we're inviting into our lives. So it's a great time. Let go of the stuff that's not working. And we're going to practice that today on the exhalation. So sit well, close your gaze, come inside, find your breath. We've been working together all week, so I'm going to spend less time these last couple of days really talking you through the breath because you know how to do the breathing meditation at this point. You're just witnessing the breath come in and out, and then you're adding these contemplations to go along with it, right? So each time you exhale, that's a letting go. That's a releasing. It's a sending back, giving away. You're making space, right? Every time we clear out a closet, we make space for new stuff to come in. And the same thing is true of the breath. Every time you empty with the exhalation, you make space for a new breath to come in. So don't get lost in your mental body thinking about this, but what is impeding you right now? And you don't have to know. If you don't know, you can just hold an intention to release whatever that might be and trust that the universe has the wisdom to see that out, right? Or if there is something specific that you're like, this is not serving me anymore. I really need to let go of this thing. Now's the time, right? And then see what will grow in its place. It's interesting to think about this. I'm going to leave you with, as you continue to intentionally release through your exhalations, I'm going to leave you with a little story that sort of demonstrates that, right? We plant these seeds of intention. They're like literal seeds too that have to break open and grow, right? And sometimes we plant seeds and we don't see anything happening right away and we're like, well, guess that's not going to go anywhere. And then when the conditions are just right, all of a sudden something blooms up in that place. Right. So I have this Christmas cactus that is my dad's. It was my dad's. And I've been, of course, taking extra careful care of it since he is in spirit now. And the other day it sprung up a couple of mushrooms, really cool looking mushrooms. But I was like, what? And it was just the right conditions. Those spores were already in the soil, unbeknownst to me. It must have cross-contaminated at the nursery or something. And then there was just the right amount of water, just the right amount of heat that caused those seeds, those spores to say, time to grow. And they grew. So for these last several moments of this practice, I want you to focus on your exhalations. And what I want you to feel next is the space that you receive from that letting go. What do you want to put in that space? Right now, we're filling it with a nice mindful inhalation, and then off the mat, we will fill it with something mindful as well. Continue with your meditation as long as it's serving you, and I'll be back tomorrow morning to wrap it all up. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Namaste.